I done told all these people and now I'm about to go back on my word. What a clown. Fight. What's up guys, it's Jasmine, but my subscribers call me Jazz, and yeah, I'm leaving UTA. This is not like a horror story. I didn't have like a bad experience at UTA, but I came to a realization that I wasn't happy and I found something that makes me happy. So I'm just gonna share what's been going on in my life, and hopefully it encourages any of you to take the leap of faith or to just go the path that your heart desires. So yeah, if you are new to my channel, I have a bunch of videos for UTA related. I graduated last December, so I have love for UTA. UTA will forever be my alma mater. My plan was to pursue physical therapy school. I live with my dad, I live with my parents. I am 23, I'm a college grad. My goal is to be a doctor of physical therapy, so I have a few years left. At one point in time, I was like, yeah, I want to be a physical therapist. And then from there, open my own business and all of that. But the problem for me was I love sports. Like, I grew up an athlete. I played volleyball, I ran track, I played basketball at one point. So I love the sports environment. Physical therapy to me was kind of like my means to an end. So it was just like the car that I was going to drive to get where I wanted, because physical therapy was never like the end goal. Part of me was only choosing physical therapy because of the money I can make. Like, I'm interested in specifically sports medicine. Physical therapy it's the rehab part that I like, but athletic training has like the sports aspect that I like. And I've just been so frustrated because it's like I don't want to settle just to make money but be miserable at my job. But the closer I got, the less excited I was about it. It just felt like it was getting really, like I was just running into a bunch of roadblocks for no reason. COVID hit. I started to apply for jobs, for physical therapist technician jobs, and I was not getting hired. I was not getting interviews, and I felt like all of this came full circle for this very reason. And then another thing that I decided to jump into, because I felt like, oh well, I'm gonna own my own business, so I should do a master's in business administration. Since you feel like there's not really a profession that you completely fit into, what if you start your own business? I want to go ahead and get a master's degree in business so I can learn how to run my own company, basically, because I like the idea of being my own boss. Started that at UTA and I hated it. I was only in one class and I hated it. I was just so unhappy, and I was taking my last class, literally my last class as far as my prerequisites for physical therapy. I was taking my last class, it was chemistry. And the first couple weeks was okay, but then I just got to a point where it's like, I cannot. I hate this. Like, I don't enjoy school anymore. It wasn't something where I felt like, even though it doesn't make me happy in the moment, it's going towards something I really want. I didn't feel like that. And no matter what you do, if you're doing something that makes you happy, it doesn't matter what type of obstacle you're going through. If it's going to contribute to something that makes you happy, you're going to push through it. For me, that push was gone. I was tired. I was sick of it. I talked to my therapist. I was telling her about it. She was like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, you know, something I've always wanted to do, but then kind of kept changing my mind, was teach. And then as far as like graduating and working, I really do hope that I can get like a teaching job somehow, like a graduate teaching assistant or something, because I really do like the idea of making up lesson plans and helping people understand concepts. I originally wanted to be an English teacher for like 10th grade. Got to college, was taking English classes, and I was like, no. And then I also was like, I look like a high schooler, so I don't really think that's gonna go too well if I try to teach high schoolers. But something I realized was that every time I took a class, like when I was doing my exercise science degree, every time I took a class, I would imagine how it would be if I was teaching it. And I was like, yeah, I'd probably be this type of teacher if I taught it, or I would do this. And so something I really want to do is be a professor. Like, that's something I would love to do. That's even something I was thinking about when I was doing my physical therapy degree. The only positive side I saw to doing physical therapy sometimes was at least I'll have a doctorate and I can be a college professor. Like, that was the bright side for me. If there's any vehicle I would want to drive to get to my ultimate destination, which is the business that I have in mind, I would love to be a professor working, saving up to start my business. That's something I would actually be passionate about, is helping young adults. And that's something I've always felt like, and you can go back to my old videos. I've talked about wanting to be a mentor for young adults in whatever career I do. I do want to have a role where I can be like a mentor or teach or something like that. My life goal is to just be a good influence and a good resource for young adults, like helping them to navigate life and yeah, helping them grow up and like discover like their self-worth. And so what better way than to be a professor for young, like that is just so perfect in my mind. So I looked up schools for sports medicine because I want to teach in the sports medicine realm. I love those types of classes, so I'd love to teach them. And yeah, so I found a school that literally the name of the program itself was perfect. So I submitted my application in October and I got accepted. I got a phone call this past Wednesday saying congratulations, and I will be starting school at Logan University in January. So I'm transferring to a different master's program, a different school. I'm still going to be in Texas because it's an online thing. The thing that was making me continue with physical therapy was I felt like, well, I already told all these people that I'm gonna do physical therapy. I can't go back on my word now, or they'll think I was a failure. I told 𝐚𝐿. Guys, I met 𝐚𝐿. If you don't know who 𝐚𝐿 is, he's a rapper slash actor. I met him and he's in my favorite movie. My favorite movie is called Just Right. And I love that movie because the main character, she's a physical therapist, but she loves sports. She loves basketball in particular. I love basketball. I love watching basketball. So she meets this basketball player and he gets injured. She helps him get better, and then she ends up being able to become an athletic trainer for his team. So I just love that entire like movie because it was like she was in like a position that I love. She literally had the best of both worlds, where she was a physical therapist but she was an athletic trainer by the end of it. And I just really wanted that in between. I told him about, you know, wanting to be a physical therapist. He even signed my book and he said, you are going to be a great physical therapist. I done told all these people and now I'm about to go back on my word. What a clown. And to me, I chose physical therapy because it was a plan. A plan is better than no plan to me, so I just kind of stuck with it. But at the end of the day, it didn't really make me happy. And now looking back, like, I feel like happiness really is important, especially when you're passionate about something. I have a video where it says stop chasing happiness. So when you build your aspirations and your motivation and your discipline off of whether or not it'll make you happy or whether or not it's making you happy in the moment, you limit yourself severely because you are built to endure a lot. In that video, like, it's still valid, but I was coming from a place where I was really trying to talk myself into continuing physical therapy or continuing my goal towards physical therapy. I just know it's not going to fulfill me the way that I want it to, but I'm actually really happy about my choice now. Yeah, I was also like scared to change my mind because I'm 24. I just turned 24 and it feels like, dang, like I'm getting old, or like everybody else around me, they either already have their master's degree or they have a job and I'm still in school, and if I change up what I want to do now, I'm like, I'll never have it together, like just all this stuff that's not true. So I really wanted to make this video just for anybody who might feel like it's too late for them to change their mind. Like, you're in your 20s. This is the time where you're meant to change your mind again, and figure it out. It's not all gonna be there. It's not all gonna be there right away. So don't be afraid to start over. So yeah, the new program I'm doing is a Master of Science in Sports Science and Rehabilitation. Literally so perfect. So perfect. Like, even the name is like the perfect blend of athletic training and physical therapy. And I looked at the course, you know, the course that they offer. It's literally just amazing. Like, I'm excited because I feel like this is something I can actually use. I just wanted to be honest and open with you guys and say it's okay to change your mind. It's okay for something to not make you happy that you thought was going to make you happy. I'm not going to go hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt for physical therapy school just to not be happy with it, because that's a lot of money. That's it for this video, guys. If you want to peace out because I'm not going to UTA anymore, that is perfectly fine. I understand. Feel free to ask any questions in the comment section, whether it be like grad school related or just life in general, and I will see you guys in my next video.